Sony says hindsight is 2020 on Concord. Let's get into it. So in a recent financial call, Hiroki Totoki, who's Sony's president, COO, CFO, kind of talked about the lessons they learned from the failure that is Concord. As you know, Concord came out, was taken down about 2 weeks after it launched, and now the studio Firewalk Studios has been officially closed and the game's shut down forever. Some of the things that he stated was how they probably should have been testing the game a lot sooner. And these are the things he specifically said. Basically, with regards to new IP, of course you don't know the results until you actually try it. So for our reflection, probably we need to have a lot of gates, including user testing or internal evaluation. And the timing of such gates, we need to bring them forward. We should have done those gates much earlier than we did. This is kind of his way of acknowledging that, yeah, maybe we should have tested this game sooner before we had the betas and launched it. But honestly, to be straight up with you, the fans were kind of telling you how they felt about the game really early on. It was so much discourse in the gaming community when the game first had its trailer, people just not liking the characters, thinking it was kind of weird, and then when they announced the price of it, that did not help the game at all. So just listen to the player base. They're telling you what they want. You just got to listen to them, right? I know game development is interesting and you want to try new things. You got to respect them for wanting to try something new with different characters. But if the players very early on are kind of telling you they're not feeling it, you might want to at least get them in there to test it, and then you can use that feedback to improve the game. And maybe they could have gone free to play with the game before it launched if they had the time to change the setup for it. I know it takes a lot of work to go from a paid service game to a free to play live service game, because there's probably a lot of things you have to implement for that. I'm not sure. I'm not a game developer. Sadahiko Hayakawa, who's the senior vice president for finance at Sony, made statements about how they don't have many first-party single-player games coming out towards the end of 2025 fiscal year for the company, but after that, they're going to try to release a first-party single-player game every fiscal year and continue to do that going forward, which seems like something they should have continued to do. I know there was a big push for live service games on their part, taking a big part of their financial budget and kind of pushing it towards live service IP. Clearly, that didn't really work. I'm gonna be surprised if we see games like Marathon, if that actually comes out. And I imagine if it does, it's gonna be free to play. Obviously, it's on a game by game basis. If it's a known IP and people really like it, they're probably gonna pay for it. But that's probably what killed Concord, in my opinion. We'll see if they actually learn their lesson. This is a lot of business talk, which is what I love about the video game industry. I actually like reading these articles and just kind of sharing it with you guys, because a lot of people don't know what goes on behind the scenes. They just see games. And to be fair, they don't care, and that's okay. I like that side of it. So let me know what you guys think if you're interested. Let's talk about it. I want to hear your opinions. I want to hear your thoughts. Let's talk in the comments. Peace.